What's going on? What's going on? We are back and we are live. Excuse me, I'm late. Kids, I got a lot of stuff going on, trying to get some things straight, and I just came in. Shout out to my co-host Nadia. More than likely she'll be coming in. I had to go ahead and jump on here because I have to get off soon because I gotta do some other stuff. Like I'm busy, just running and running and running. But I appreciate everybody that's coming through. Like I ain't even got my headphones, man. Um, oh man, like I said, I got a lot going on, y'all. I got a lot going on, man. But we back with another American Horror Story review. Hold on, let me get my headphones in. All right, make sure we good. But yes, my bad, y'all. Like I said, I got a lot going on, so I had to come on and jump on. But yes, we are back with another American Horror Stories review. American Horror Story Season 2, Episode 8, Lake Review. Let's go.
Who's joining me on the first dive?
American Horror Stories.
I just want to go back and look for him.
Divers were in the water for weeks.
It's our son.
A new nightmare. Every week.
Yes, we are back. American Horror Stories, Season 2, Episode 8, Lake Review. Make sure if y'all coming through and you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We got a lot more content coming. Once again, apologies. I was supposed to start at 8, but I got a lot going on, a lot of movement besides work, kids, and all of that. But once again, I appreciate everybody's coming through. Once again, shout out to my co-host, Nadia. She supposed to be coming through too. If she don't, my bad, because I was the one that was late, so I just had hit her up or whatever. So she might be coming through, she might not, but I don't know. But this is my fault because I was coming in late and I had a lot of stuff going on. So, yo, Tony, what's going on, bro? Yeah, we about to jump into this American Horror Stories review, man. I definitely wasn't feeling this. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this was very lackluster. It was straightforward. It didn't have no element of surprise or nothing. I mean, I felt like the story was very short. That was a good thing though, because I wasn't enjoying myself anyway. But with that all being said, it was like just anybody could have came up with the story. Like the story was not complex at all. It was just like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing with this. So yeah, I wasn't digging that. What's going on, Nadia? Appreciate you coming through. My bad. Had to jump on. I'm late.
Okay.
But yeah, man, we're going back. We just now starting. Had to jump into it. Lake Review. We
Before
started
it
this.
even started, I immediately thought about the first episode of Atlanta last season.
Oh man, them sitting in the lake
Mm-hmm.
in the boat. That was
Yeah.
executed way better than this whole episode. Just that scene alone, by the way. Executed way better.
Yeah. I got some
we
suspicions about this. I got some suspicions about this episode.
Oh man.
But I'll let you know once we get there.
We started this episode off with a group of friends that sat on the lake, including a brother and a sister, Finn and Jake, if I'm not mistaken. And they pretty much seem like they trying to find some type of treasure. The brother, anyway, they think some treasure under the water.
No,
Right?
the brother said he had a topographical map where right.
True, Tony. Yeah. True.
So he said it was a city under there, or like it used to be like a town, and he just wanted to
okay.
go explore. Which, funny enough, you can, it's like plenty of lakes that are like that. So I mean, I wouldn't go explore, but okay.
True.
That ain't none of my business.
But the brother's really trying to get with some chick, and he really wanted her to go swimming with him. But the sister's like, nah, I'm gonna go down here with you, this and the third. So they end up going underwater, and they do end up coming across a couple things as far as pertaining to what you was talking about, this underwater maybe city or town.
Yeah, it used to be a town.
We're gonna get to it. But while they in here exploring and swimming, Jake foot gets grabbed by something or someone.
Yeah,
I don't know
someone,
what it is,
something.
but he is pretty much being held underwater. And remind you, they ain't got no breathing equipment on or anything, no underwater type of things. So the sister is basically trying to get him up out of the water. And she's running up to the other friends like, yo, hell, he drowning or whatever.
The fact that none of them immediately jumped in
Nah.
to help. What
Oh,
the
buddy, like he
fuck?
trying to take his shirt. Like, you ain't nothing to do. Jump in the water. This is an emergency. But once she gets back down there, he seems like he's already drowned. Like he's pretty much gone. But that's just not the thing. He pretty much gets dragged away. Like his body just gets dragged away underwater, deeper. And that's
Mhm.
where we pretty much go to our rolling credits. And I'm like, okay, what's going on with this? Where are we going with this? So it didn't feel like Twilight Zone to me. It felt straightforward.
It was just cheap. It was just cheap and cheesy to me. I mean, that was it.
Especially, I don't know if this is the last one. It didn't seem like it. They didn't say season finale, so maybe we got another one coming. I thought this was maybe the last one. But
If it is, what a way to go out.
yeah, that's the thing too. They started out strong, and I feel like they done kind of easing on out. They ain't coming out as strong, coming out kind of weak. But I don't know, weeks or some months had passed if I'm not mistaken. And the sister Finn pretty much is returning home after her parents are pretty much threw her in the loony bin. After she starts pretty much saying what she saw in the water with what happened with Jake, which they didn't find nobody, by the way. So
I mean,
I'm like,
honestly, if something like that happened, so that's traumatizing. She needed psychological help. Now, the fact that they sent her off so quickly,
that's the
I
thing.
question that. Like,
She-
damn,
it's
they,
like
they
she-
could have let her. They could have let her do the memorial service and then send her off, because maybe that could have helped her. But that was just like, oh, you talking crazy, bye.
And we ain't even see none of that. We just get like aftermath of after she coming out to the hospital. Cause I'm like, she must have went up to them like, yo, I seen what happened. He got dragged away by something underwater. And they was just looking at her like, all right. So yeah. Her coming back. By the way, shout out to Alicia Silverstone. Damn, I didn't recognize her.
I didn't recognize her.
I did not
until
recognize-
she was until I was looking at her face and I was like,
Yeah.
man, why does she look old? And I was like, did they age her? Because
I think they might have did. I think they might have.
I was like,
aged
ain't
her.
no way
Might
she
have.
look that damn old now. Like, ain't no way.
I mean, you don't know.
Oh.
I don't know, but
Freddie Prinze Jr. look. No offense, and it's like people age. That's life. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not downing him. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's not a vast difference from the way she looked, but it was like the camera angle they had. It was like a lot of wrinkles, and I was like, did they age her? Because
once again, I didn't recognize her until she got to certain scenes. Maybe the lighting
Mhm.
got on her or something. I was like, that's Alicia Silverstone. Damn.
I do have to say, the scenes with her and the daughter, she was out acting the daughter, and it's funny because I still didn't realize it was her until that one scene, and I was like, oh shit.
She looked
But
like
yeah,
she
I
was
was
kind
like-
of being a little extra sometimes.
I feel like at the beginning she was doing good, and then when all
Yeah,
the supernatural
okay,
shit
yeah.
started happening, that's when it
Yes,
just
see,
got
thank you.
over the top.
It seemed like she started getting like a little bit, not exaggerating, but once she started seeing shit, it was kind of like, okay, the act,
Yeah,
I don't know if it was the acting, but I don't know if it was just the way she was
Has she ever
reacting to
played
the
in
thing.
anything hard or psychological thriller? She played in something crazy.
So, I don't know. Did she even have one thing? She was like some grandmama type shit on here. Like straight like Grandma Alicia. I remember her in The Crush when she was trying to come at the old buddy.
That's first of all, I got so many problems with that movie because she was a literal child in that
Remember,
movie.
that's the 90s. You ain't doing that now. That's the
No, but I mean, like,
she was doing pretty good, Tony. I like the daughter. I did.
Hollywood and exploitation of children. You know how I go with that. But anyway.
But besides Finn coming home, it's really what's going on at the house as far as the family. The dad seems like a pretty busy dude. He always working, got things going on. He seems like he's trying to distract himself from the fact that his son is dead or gone. Pretty much in this situation. Everybody else pretty much trying to cope with everything, but he seems like he's just trying to keep it moving forward and not think about it and let work consume him.
my thing about that is I questioned. I was like, why? I was like, was there something special about the son? Like he was about to, like, was he like a? Because I saw the trophies and stuff, and I was like, was he about to be a breakout athlete or something? Like, why the fuck? I get it. That's your child. I mean, I never lost a full fledged child like that. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, sir. Like the lack of emotion. Do you not see how that?
Oh, I get it.
Your
It's
family.
like I said, I feel like he's consuming himself with work and stuff just to hide his emotion. He's probably feeling some type of way, but
not
he just
healthy.
don't want to show it.
That's not healthy.
Oh no,
And I'm
it's
glad
not.
they pointed that shit out.
Speaking from experience, it's definitely not doing it that
No.
way. But Finn, and I didn't get Alicia Silverstone's name in this. I don't know why. I think even the father's name, I think is I forgot the father's name too, but it's dad and mom shit. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. But Alicia Silverstone's mom, pretty much when she's talking to Finn, she's just trying to see if she's okay after everything she's experienced coming back from the hospital. And the daughter still pretty much like, shit, I ain't changed my mind. Y'all can send me somewhere, but I still feel like something's going on.
I mean, I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad she's sticking to her guns because she saw what she saw. But at the same time, it was like, I don't know, like, I don't know, it was something off about the character, the way she, I don't know if it was her acting skills or the dialogue that they gave her. I was just like, okay.
Seems like somebody who had just been heavily medicated, sitting in a mental institution for a zombie. But Mama Dukes, Alicia Silverstone, she's pretty much trying to get ready to take a shower after it seemed like the father pretty much, well, she was about to take the father something to drink or whatever. He ain't hearing that shit. He trying to let work consume him. She's pretty much getting ready to take a shower, but it's what she sees in the water. Seems like we're getting into like the Ring of Grudge type shit, and some hand pop out and grab her ass. So
it kind of reminded me of It, you know, the bathroom scene with home chick hearing the kids in the vent, not the vent, the drain, and the hair and
the
all
remake
that
or the
stuff.
TV version?
Hell, both
The
of
original.
them.
Oh.
Both of them. I mean, it's basically the same scene, but the remake is more exaggerated.
But give or take.
I get what you say.
I
get what you say.
You see that way?
What you say.
You remember that scene when he came out the sewer? The way he spread the floor. Shout out to them. They did what they was able to do with the budget.
Exactly. It was made for TV.
You right. But something or someone grabs her hand or arm, and now she's pretty much seeing things, trying to get an understanding of what's going on. And I'm wondering, did this start happening once the daughter got back? But I got to understand why this happened once we got to the end or towards the end of the episode or whatever. But they somewhat twist or whatever somewhat shitty twist they was trying to do. But once she sees these things, as far as in the bathroom or whatever, she's trying to talk to her husband. He ain't trying to hear this shit. Like, you ever seen Men into Society and they came trying to talk to his grandpa and he said that shit going one ear and out the other? That's pretty much the husband in this. He ain't trying to hear none of it, man. So she pretty much just going about her day. Whatever. All right. But of course, our friendly neighborhood ghosts are not trying to let her rest. And while she's sleeping, she pretty much starts to feel some type of way. She gets up, walking around, hearing and seeing things. And it's when she gets to the pool and we get full on zombie shit going on. Walking Dead. And when this is her son, which I didn't know. Shout out to the makeup effect. I didn't know who this nigga was. I'm like, what is that? What is? Yes, pretty much. I don't son or not. You got, what is you? Go. Satan be gone. But we get this little ghostly image or zombie pretty much telling Alicia Silverstone, I'm sorry, y'all, I don't got her name. And I looked at the credits. They ain't got a name for her. They just said Alicia Silverstone. I looked this shit up. But yeah, mommy. Pretty much, the son is pretty much saying, you need to come find me. Remember, they never found the body. They had a whole funeral without the body because the sister at one point asked them, what did y'all use since y'all didn't have no body? What did y'all use? So,
first of all, I got issue with that. Like, you bought a whole casket. Do you know how much caskets cost? just to put stuff. I mean, I get it. It's like a time capsule, but a full casket. You could have got something like a safe or like I don't know. Hell no, not. I don't
They
know. I
couldn't
just
find their child. They had to have some. They needed
a
some.
whole bruh. I guess because I have a whole different perspective on death, and I just don't like the wastefulness of funerals. But that's a whole other
We
conversation.
right here with that. You have
Oh,
somebody
okay.
you talking to who feels like, why I ain't even gonna go there. Then I ain't going down there. I ain't going. I know. Yeah.
That's a whole different conversation.
And by the way, I might write this down because I might bring this up. Not tomorrow, but somewhere in the future. It's something I feel like I should bring up. It's definitely a real conversation as far as just overall, as far as funerals and things like that in general.
Oh yeah.
But
Look,
you gotta get me off.
look, here we are talking about death and funerals coming off of last week's crazy ass shit.
Are we fascinated with that? I'm not.
No, I am not. No,
Nah.
that shit is gross. I
But
mean, we'll
pretty
talk
much
about
after
that
she
later.
starts getting a second encounter with the ghost, paranormal. So paranormal.
I mean, it's a full
activity-
apparition at this point. That is
Yeah.
like she wasn't dreaming, she wasn't sleep. Because I'm like, who fucking like the whole water thing? I was like, okay, this. I mean, it. Nothing about this was shocking or scary, but okay.
No, that's the thing too. Nothing about any of this that was going on was scary. Even them under the water when his foot get grabbed, that shit wasn't scary.
No, it was. I guess because it was all expected. It was just like.
And that's why I feel like this
Like
was
I
a straightforward
said.
horror story. It didn't what nothing that gave me anything. It was just all right.
This is where we're going with this. That's where I can't. I was just like, I'm just here for the ride.
But after Mom's second encounter with the ghost, she pretty much has another talk with her husband, and like I said, he ain't trying to hear this shit. Like,
Start fucking up.
my daughter just got home, and now here you come with this bullshit. Here you go. I need to throw both of y'all in the crazy home. That's where he pretty much at with it. It's like, nigga, I gotta go work. I ain't trying to hear this shit. I'm working 16 hours a day. Once again, I don't know if Ryan Murphy been talking to Tyler Perry, and he be like, we need to make some evil men. It just because these niggas that's been in these recent American Horror Stories, they just hateful, conniving. Even the recent episode, he threw her under the bus.
He
Just had
didn't
a
have
whole-
to do that. And
What they
that's
call
that
that
was
shit?
my whole argument about
Revenge
that
porn.
episode.
Like
Right.
Tony. And I was gonna talk. See, I ain't doing Uncut this Friday, but we're gonna get into it next Friday. We're gonna get into it next Friday. We're doing something else tomorrow, Tony. And we gotta talk about them.
Anyway.
Yes. Man. After this little encounter, like I said, her daughter, she the one pretty much comes up to her like, I believe you. You know, I've been going through this shit, but y'all threw me in the crazy on. So now I want to help you. And their whole thing is going to find her son. Being that they never found the body, they're on a mission now to go find her son. So they pretty much go out and they get to the lake. And they pretty much go on this diving mission to find their son. Lisa
Not to
Silverstone
mention
pretty
that
much
they
goes
have
down.
a lake house. They have a lake house.
They set up. My man gonna mention this shit at the end. He on his future shit. Yeah, like what are you talking about? You ain't about all this bullshit, but I'm sitting here paying the bill. I got all, now we gonna get to it. But yeah. She does something not kind of, it is smart. She ties a rope around her waist and tells her daughter to hold on to it. Shout out to The Mist. If y'all ain't never seen The Mist, shit didn't work in The Mist. But she pretty much ties a rope around her waist and goes under the water. And of course, she finds way more than just the things going on with her son. She finds these 3 bodies that's chained to this post or something.
They were tied to like a cinder block. They was tied to concrete. Basically, you know that old saying talking about they sleeping with the fishes or the cinder block shoes. Yeah, them motherfuckers.
Shout out to Nadia being on her mobster shit.
Hey,
that's some Italian in your blood. But yeah, you're gonna be sleeping with the fishes, Tony. But Elisa pretty much swimming down and she see these bodies chained to this rock. And besides that, she gets grabbed by the leg, just like Jake did her son. But she gets let go. And out of nowhere, her son's body appears. What the fuck is going on, man? not that I was excited. Oh, we got a mystery going on. I was like, okay, his body appeared. Did he grab her? Oh, now we got to find out the mystery of his ghost or some shit. What's going on, man? What lies beneath? Harrison Ford, Michelle Pfeiffer. But anyway, after this pretty much comes about as far as her son coming up, of course the police come around. You done found the damn body that we've been looking for. My first thought was they're gonna be like, okay, did you have something to do with this shit? But how did you was the one that found this?
I mean, the way they was questioning her did kind of sound like they had some suspicion. But I mean, by all means, they had the right to be suspicious because he was like, how did you find him when my team been looking for a week? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then it got to a point where she's pretty much answering their questions or whatever, and I'm like, okay, did the town have something to do with this nigga drowning? Like, what's going on? Now I'm thinking the town is with some conspiracy or something. I'm like, this episode can't be that long, but all right, I guess I'm a little interested now. Let's see what's going on.
But while she's underwater, she grabs something off of one of the skeletons, and it's a necklace.
Yep.
And then the necklace has a name on it, and then she asked the police officer about the name, and he directed her to the person or the descendant of that person, because, you know, whatever.
And this is where pretty much her and her daughter get on to their Scooby-Doo type shit. We got to find out why your brother and why my son died. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? That's where we pretty much heading to now. Because I was not interested. I ain't trying to be the asshole, but what my man saying, Tales from the Hood at the end came. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I didn't care. What happened to him? I didn't care. I'm sorry. But
I mean, I didn't feel like it was that much of a mystery. It was like, of course, he got dragged by some disgruntled ghosts. Okay, like damn.
And that's
like,
what they pretty much were leading to. That's what they leading to. The chains under the water. I'm like, oh shit, here we go.
I said we already figured that.
This
so
is a
like, where y'all
story.
Yes.
Speaking of the descendants, we do come about one. Prescott's. Are these the name of the descendants? The Prescott's or some shit? I think.
The people that built the dam to make the lake are the Prescotts.
They bring this necklace to the descendant, and she starts going into this whole backstory. And this is where we get a little backstory and a connection with our people.
Let me tell you. Go ahead.
The main Prescott dude, I guess the big town guy or somebody who was pretty much the big man over the land or whatever, or the dam or whatever. This is where I got a little, not confused, but I guess my interest was just not there so much that I wasn't keeping up with the whole thing going on with these three guys right here and why he was chaining them and doing what he was doing.
Because they were trying to stop him from building the dam and flooding that area. So now I have some suspicions because of the way she told the story and the key words that she said in the story. She said, so she was talking about them building the dam. She was like, they're not gonna let something about building a lake in this Tar Heel state. And I was like, Tar Heel state?
In North Carolina, please, man, y'all gotta stop.
Bruh, no, I don't think the actual lake that they're talking about is in North Carolina, but I think they were referring to a lake in North Carolina. But let me continue. Let me continue on. So they said, talking about building a lake in the Tar Heel state, the largest man-made lake in North Carolina is Lake Norman. Then they were talking about him getting money from the power that the lake generates. That sounds like Duke power that is being cooled by Lake Norman. Then they were talking about the massive amount of people that died from that lake.
By the way, this backstory seems and sounds a lot more interesting than this main story. And maybe I could have got a little more with this.
But wait, there's more. So anyway, and I was like, okay, so are they talking about the fact that that town that was flooded to make Lake Norman, and then also the fact that the coal ash from the power plant is creating like basically it's poisoning the water and the land, and the people are getting thyroid cancer, lots of different types of cancers and shit from living near the lake. Also, then they was talking about the petition. So it was like every year a petition comes up to drain the lake. I lie to you fucking not. There is a petition every year to drain Lake Norman. I was like, so are they talking about Lake Norman? I swear to God. I swear to God. All that shit was just adding up.
Boy, if you
Just a conspiracy theory of mine. It's just a theory. I mean, they hit a lot of points. It sounds very familiar.
Once again,
we are in the Tar Heel state.
that sounds a whole lot more interesting than what we got with this main story, but he ain't trying to hear none of this shit. And most of the shit you talking about, and they had something to do with that, he's pretty much not only going to kill them, but make them suffer and let them drown as far as this dam coming down.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what he pretty much does. Let them drown alive, pretty much. So...
And have you seen? Oh, and they kept talking about this drought, and that's why you can see. That's why he could reach the parts that he could reach because of the drought. And I don't know if you remember, like maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, like we kept having droughts here in Morrisville, and like you could like literally walk out on parts of the fucking lake. I mean, like just walk. And that's how much. Like it was crazy. I was like, because I was driving, and I was like, wait. It's usually water over there. Just I was like, damn. So like I said, I don't know. It just sounds very suspicious. I'm pretty sure like people in other states could apply the same thing to they fucked up lakes and haunted lakes or whatever.
Wait.
Oh, you know the what's it? Lake Lear in Georgia. That's the lake that they was talking about at the beginning of Atlanta.
They might make references back to that too, Atlanta. And speaking of, we will be doing reviews on that. They're supposed to start probably immediately after this, I think. So when this go off, they're starting that because this starts September 16th as far as Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
So that's got to be on these days when that go off. Same days as far as American Horror Story.
Okay. Are they starting a new season of American Horror Story or no? Because
yes, they are.
Promotional stuff.
They is season 11, and it's interesting because I think it's supposed to be based on a serial killer killing LBQT people or something like that.
LGBT.
Yeah, and it's going to be going back and forth. It's going to be going back and forth like to the 70s and present. I think as far as New York, it sounds interesting. Like I said, I'm like, all right, but
Anyway,
after he pretty much does all
everything
of this,
else is more interesting than this shit. But let's
yeah,
go.
it is anything. And shout out to Nadia making it sound way more interesting than it was supposed to be. Like if you listening to the comments, like I'm saying, like damn, I want to see some of this history. So
I mean, if you just go back to that part where they talking about the hit, where she's explaining that shit. Like I said, that shit just sounds really similar to Lake Norman, but whatever. I mean,
to you being that I didn't know that, I'm glad you mentioned that though because it's a big thing behind his name, Prescott, and it's the thing as far as the company that. The mom husband works for and
the law firm the law firm that the dad works for is the law firm that's keeping the lake from being drained.
And anytime somebody tries to do something or tries to get in the way of that, they pretty much are blocking all of that. And he's pretty much at the head of this. And that's where Mom and Finn pretty much come in trying to explain this to them and let him know this is pretty much what happened with Jake, being that his bloodline is connected to yours. And on my bad, I don't went a little past what we supposed to because that's the whole twist as far as the dad shit.
The twist.
He is a
dad is a Prescott.
Dun, dun, dun. Like,
I was like,
yo, homie, what up, homie? Appreciate the homie for coming through. Oh, you must be watching it now. Oh, you ain't spoiling it, man. We ain't spoiling that, man. I'm telling you, this is a typical ghost story, homie. If you watch horror movies, Cabin, I'm telling you, you can go watch this. Go watch The Grudge. Go watch goddamn The Ring. Shit, go watch Paranormal Activity.
Better than this.
Hell, go watch the Blair Witch Project. I mean, this is it.
I hated that movie. I was like, they just arguing about a map and walking in the woods. This is stupid.
I feel you, homie. But
anyway.
Prescott, being that he is connected with this and everything, that's pretty much what we got going on as far as the ghost and what we were saying. We got a revenge ghost story. The shit gets real interesting because he's pretty much like, nigga, I done paid for all this shit. I'm doing all of this. Why y'all worrying about this bullshit as far as these ghosts? We can get this bread, get this money, guns and butter, baby. That's pretty much what the husband on. She telling your son died because of you. Yeah, this is because of you. And he like, yeah, you bullshit. I don't hear that. You talking stupid now. I'm throwing you.
Oh, Hulu subscription on pop. Hey,
okay.
Sign up for a free trial with another
that,
email.
You got these special places you can hit up the homie. It's ways. But after he pretty much saying he don't give a fuck, shout out to Youngbloods. If you don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. That's pretty much what type of time he on. The zombies say, okay, we feel you. And we pretty much get a whole lake zombies coming out of the water. Lights get shut off. We really get into that typical horror type shit. Like the lights got cut off. Oh, shit, what's going on? Nah. The prosthetics and shit on these zombies did not look good to me. And I'm not saying that as far as...
That's why they turned the lights off.
Yeah. Because it didn't scary at all. Like, none of this shit got scary.
They look like Halloween masks. It looked like people in Halloween masks.
And I'm going to tell you straight up, if they would have killed all of them or tore them apart, I wouldn't have gave two shits. I would have been sitting here like, oh, damn. It is what it is. I didn't care about nobody at this point. I didn't. That's just the story alone. The writing, I don't know, but I did not care about nobody at this point.
Damn.
So pretty much after this, the family is on the run now because the zombies trying to get to the blood. They trying to get to the Prescott. Like, nigga, this who we wanted. We wanted you. Your daddy gone. They gone. We need you now. Grandfather, your ancestors, we want you. So shout out to the husband though. He wasn't no bitch ass nigga. He was trying to actually protect his family. He was fighting and fit like, go, y'all go this way. I'm trying to, and they like, all right, thank you. And they took his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the daughter, man. Even though he was pretty much letting them know, yes, I am Prescott, this and the third. She loves her daddy. She did. She like, damn, don't kill my daddy. Don't take my daddy. No, pops. Audience, us, we sitting there, take this nigga, man. Go. Get y'all too. Get them too. Why y'all leaving them? Take them on in the water. Let it be a family
thing.
They
didn't do that. Leave them alone.
And let everybody be together.
Just drown the whole family. Damn.
Hey.
I choose violence.
Pretty much.
Hey, we might have to get on. Did you say you watched all of Game of Thrones with your husband?
No, not all of it, but
Okay.
I got the gist of everything. So
that House of Dragons.
I mean, I would
checking that
definitely
out.
be lost though. I heard it's all right, but they're doing a lot of time jumping. But they said the reason they're doing a lot of time jumping is they said the reason that they're doing it is to set up the battles. So like it's some epic battles that's supposed to be coming.
We're gonna talk about y'all. I'm talking about House of Dragon, by the way, Game of Thrones.
Like I said,
I'm thinking about possibly checking it out.
Like I said, everything is more interesting in this damn episode.
It is what it is, y'all. But pretty much the husband gets dragged away. And that's the Prescott blood that they wanted. And they drag his ass on into the water. Boom, 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 boom. Like that's what? Like that's it. Hey, like that's pretty much the daughter saying back there, like husband gone. Shout out to Alicia Silverstone too. Because the daughter said, like, no, not my daddy. Alicia Silverstone, like, I mean, if he ain't gonna get us, like, she don't give.
She ain't got no Prescott.
She didn't give a damn.
Just the wife.
She was just standing back there, and even after that, she holding her daughter like, "Yeah, baby, it's gonna be all right. It is what it is. Daddy gone, your brother gone. It is what it is. We gonna be all right, baby."
Yep, that's pretty much how she was.
And we gonna get this insurance. You know your daddy was rich. You know he was rich. Yeah, Prescott name. And they got what they wanted. It's over. Hey, Tony. Want a new big brother?
Oh, okay.
I can be Jake. Hey, I like this goddamn. Hey, but yeah. Pretty much, husband gone. This was a typical ghost story. They didn't want nothing extra. They just wanted to take the husband. And we've seen this in movies before. You know, where there's some mystery going on, whether it's the town or whether somebody did something to somebody. Shit, even in previous episode of what we did with American Horror Stories, though, what we did with the husband who had killed his ex-girlfriend. and he was with the new girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of like similar to that, you know.
But that at least had more twists than this bullshit.
It did. It was definitely executed way better. Way better.
And I didn't want Danielle to die.
Oh no, yeah, we cared about those characters a lot more.
Yeah, I ain't care about the boyfriend.
A little bit. Because I was thinking he was doing something. I think he was an asshole because what we was doing, and then he seemed like he was actually caring and wanted to. I don't know, man.
He was rude as fuck and manipulative, but I mean that was in hindsight.
Give or take with the dude, as far as the daddy in this episode being connected or whatever, I honestly kind of cared for him a little bit at the end because he was trying to take up for his family. Like he was actually like sacrifice. Like he was like, no, y'all not gonna take my family. Being that they didn't
want the family anyway.
Let's be real though. Let's be technical, Nadia. He wasn't responsible. He's just a bloodline. He was doing his job. He didn't do nothing.
No, but he was uphold. No, that's just like saying that white people aren't responsible for slavery, but they upholding the bullshit they can't. No, because it's the same bullshit. They still upholding the laws and the shit that's still keeping us oppressed, enslaved, whatever, however you want to look at it. No, it's still your fault. Stop accepting the money. Drain the damn lake. I mean, honestly though, but like, if you drain the lake, what the fuck is that gonna do to the land? Like,
that's what I'm asking.
That's how I've always thought about that. I always thought about that.
It doesn't benefit to me. Sound like nobody. Lose. Like you broke and we fuck. So
because at this point, it's an ecosystem. Like there are animals and fish and all this shit that live in the lake. So if you drain it, like if there's really no point in draining it, like as far as like health reasons, like what the fuck, like I don't know.
It just so happened wasn't no niggas in this episode besides the cops. Shout out to everybody when they was doing what they were supposed to be doing though, because we wasn't trying to have nothing to do with this. Like y'all do what y'all doing because
they was just trying to figure out how she found the body so quickly. But I mean, I guess they chucked it up the.
I love the way they did that too. This once again, she kind of didn't have no connection because she wasn't even out there with them. But still, if that would have been a black mom, it would have been like, yo, so where was you at though? So y'all went out here partying, your son went doing drugs, he went smoking, he went drinking. Like, oh shit. My bad, y'all. I ain't mean to go there with this. I shouldn't have.
You know, it's a plane at the bottom of Lake Norman. It's an airplane in the Lake Norman.
Have you ever watched Lost? So, because you go into that territory now, and I'm like,
no, it's not like a commercial airplane. It's like a small personal plane. Like you know how people they're like they're pilots. Like they just have like planes, like small like 2-seater planes and shit like that. It's like that size, but it's in Lake Norman.
You got a lot of history on Lake Norman. I ain't know that.
Me and my random videos and random facts that I found online.
I did some of that shit too, even when we found in the mansion behind the mall. I was like, it's a mansion behind Signal Hill Mall. I might need to do a little vlog. You don't want to do a little vlog? We go, I think we talked about this too. We
about to get our Scooby-Doo on? We about to get
crazy.
You know we going to jail.
And it's been October too.
It's niggas at the mall.
Hey, viral. We viral, baby. Yeah, there's about 100 subscribers at least something. People were crazy. They really out here trying to do.
Look, you know I was so excited about the.
That's a movie too, though. I'm like, hey.
What was it? The second episode of Atlanta when he wanted to go explore the whole place where they were having the concert and he never got to because the phone got missing. Look, I'm like him. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Atlanta, that white dude on the boat coming back because the whole little creepy ending with that. By the way, I'm gonna try to. We're not gonna be able to do that. I ain't got time to catch up on those episodes as far as reviews, but we are gonna be doing as far as the live reviews for Atlanta season 4, the final season. Because as far as I know, they supposed to come on right after this go off. Because like I said, September 16th is not next week, the week after next. So yeah. Hey, that's the Disney version. No, we now. Yeah, people go like, hey, we on some Blair Witch type shit. Goddamn, I might be standing in the corner. Kiss on, kiss.
Bruh.
No. By the way, that'll never happen. I ain't standing on no damn corner. I'm not even going in the house.
Wait, you not gonna? You don't want to do
It's
no
over.
ghost hunting stuff? My
You said
thing
what?
is, I said you don't want to do no ghost hunting stuff.
You better start listening and stop playing.
All right.
Come on. Look, I know people like, Dia, are you black? Are you black? Because you talking about doing ghost hunting.
I'm somewhat
honestly,
serious
though,
because that's just.
I used to watch Unsolved Mysteries on BuzzFeed, and like honestly, if it's all about what you believe, and they didn't never really find stuff, but it was some weird shit that happened, like just you know.
You got me not only the mansion behind the mall, but Lake Norman too. We could discover some shit, man. I don't know. The low key cave mysteries. Y'all be stay tuned.
That's why the state park be closed after a certain time, because people like.
Trying
First
to be
of
out there
all,
like
I am not trying to be nowhere where something at that lake gonna pull somebody. No.
yeah, you right about
Because
that. 'Cause I don't want to be
it is definitely a town under there. I'm not
local
familiar with them
YouTubers
spirits.
trying to go over the next link. It's not found anymore. Missing. What the?
Right? I got
Nah,
kids.
We good.
I got kids. They need me.
And we can't be over here talking about logic and then go do stupid shit. Yeah. All right. Shout out to my cousin Deal for joining me again. I got to get off here. I got some more shit to do right before I'm able to lay down. Man, this ain't right.
Same.
Likewise. But tomorrow, no Uncut Ish Talk. We're doing something different. Got a new podcast I'm gonna be doing for y'all. Me and the Deal. We kind of came up with this. We're doing real life things. We're gonna start off with talking about relationships, more so than anything, like just a typical type of topics. As far as you might have family members that don't like that one spouse, or dating the bitter baby mamas or baby daddies, shit like that, man. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more deeper than that too, because kids are involved, shit like that. Just stay tuned. I got a couple topics. I can't come to mind right now, but I got some things wrote down. But we just trying to test the waters and try to do something a little different. But Uncut Ish Talk will be back next Friday because D23, of course. I'm going to talk about a couple things with that. But Lee going into the Halloween season, and I think what we talking about with Atlanta, I'm going to talk about that and stuff. It's a couple topics too. Damn, man. I got to get to it, man. I be putting notes down and shit, and I don't be keeping up with it as far as coming to my mind right off the gate. But we're going to get into it.
Today is Disney Plus Day, and my fucking Disney Plus app will not work.
Oh, man. See, the D23 thing is they about to start talking about all the upcoming Marvel shit they about to do. Like,
Okay.
all
And
that
Ari
type of
Lennox
shit.
is dropping the album this Friday.
Yeah. I thought not Migos, but Quavo and them, they announced their album they about to drop. I like what they doing because it's called Only Built for what's it called? Only Built for something links. Infinite links. And reference to Raekwon, only built for Cuban links. But they did the little thing where they were showing like Andre 3000 and Big Boy. Like they showing like the parents of the two people, like Raekwon and Ghostface. They always was together doing things. And I like
okay.
it got me kind of excited for the album. Like, okay, y'all might be trying to like play off the music.
So he's trying to be like Redman and Method Man.
Yeah, that's what. I like that.
Okay.
So shout out to Offset too. I know he's doing some new music, and I'm looking forward to what he can do as far as a solo project. But that's
I'm all down for growth. I'm all down for growth.
Yes.
As long as there's no beef, growth.
They family, man. I feel like they just trying to do their own thing right now. And business wise, I mean, shit.
That's what I'm about to say. I feel like this is more business shit that
Definitely.
he got a problem with. That's actual, them as people. Like I said, everything else is more interesting in this episode.
Definitely. And see, we went to. We're at the end though. We already talked about the episode, but I was just trying to sit here.
But yeah,
talk about
there
what
was
we
nothing
trying
else
to
to
do
talk
tomorrow.
about. It ended, and we didn't care.
Real-ish, real talk. Episode 1 tomorrow. Where we're going to be getting into some real conversations and real topics. Relationships. After that, I'm trying to get into sex trafficking. It's a real thing out here. People don't like to talk about it. People don't like to. They bring it up now and then, but it's something that's still going on, and it's important.
That shit is scary as
We got
fuck,
babies
especially
out
with
here
the
missing.
air tags. And I'm just like, I don't own an iPhone, so there's no way that a random air
All
tag
of
is
that.
gonna tell me that it's, you know,
I don't
it's an
either.
air tag nigga.
But that's why I want to talk about those type of things. I mean, this shit need to be talked about, need to be brought up. But not only that, just upbringings. I want to talk about our upbringing, how we came up.
Oh yeah,
And just coming in.
That's-
I want to talk about all of it.
a lot about where you were born, where you grew up, and your dynamic of your parents and your siblings has a lot to do with the way you are as an adult. And I don't
Mhm.
think a lot of people realize that. That's why I say it's important to go to therapy, because people, like, you have to realize those dynamics and how it shaped you as a person. You know?
I hope you got some good topics too, man.
I mean, I can
need a
go
little-
deep into just that right there. Just like dealing with your siblings, dealing with your parents, and like dealing with where you live. Because, like, yes, me and my husband are around the same age, but we grew up totally different. Our parents are totally different ages. We grew up in totally different cities.
And that's
So
another
like
thing.
it's a big it makes a big difference. Not that it's a big thing like, oh, we're aliens. It's just no, like the way you grew up and then being raised off of love or survival. Because a lot of us grew up off of survival and and didn't know it.
That's the thing too
So-
with the relationship thing. Dating somebody who is used to being loved by their family, and dating somebody who hasn't been. And even that too, long distance relationships. Trying to make that work. It's a lot of time we're gonna get into it, man. That's why I say I want to have these
Bruh.
conversations. Yeah.
Look,
we'll
long
get into
distance
it. Yes.
shit
All
never
those
worked for me.
experiences.
Never. I
Well,
tried it. Nope.
Okay, let me get off. Let me get off here, man. I appreciate you coming through tomorrow. Real Israel Talk, episode 1, 9 p.m. live. We will be on here. Y'all make sure y'all come through and join us and join the conversation. Come on, give us y'all experiences. We more than welcome and we want to listen. Other than that, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Roll to 700 subs. Shout out to everybody who's been recently subscribing and been subscribing, checking out the content, checking out us live, or checking out us after the replays or whatever. I appreciate it. Follow us on Twitch, the Low Key Cave. Other than that, we out.
Hey.
Hold on. Who it is? Oh, Tony. Shout out Tony. Yeah,
Yes.
Tony, you need to get on, man. You need to start coming
Look,
through.
first of all, I can name
And no, I'm writing this
Oh.
down, Tony. These notes.
Orlando Brown, Amanda Bynes. Like, bruh, the shit, like the way that their mental breakdown happened in front of us, and it's all because of that shit. It's all
I'm
because
listening.
of the
I'm
way
just
how
writing this down. I am.
Because think about how young both of them was when they first entered, especially Orlando Brown. Like, think about
Yep.
how
And look how
young
he
he
acting
was.
now. Man, we're going to get into it. Once again, shout out to everybody coming through. Shout out to Tony. Tony,
Protect
you
the
contributing
children.
to the show. Tony, shout out
Protect
to
the
you.
children, because
Yes.
that's where that whole Aries Spears and
And that's what I'm
other
talking
thing
about as far
come
as
in
the
there.
sex trafficking.
Protect
Like
the
I said,
children.
you
Protect
got a
the
lot
damn
going on in
children.
these kids. Yes. We're going to talk about it, though. We're going to get into it. Like I said, this is why I want to get into it, because we like to have fun, too, but we have to talk about the real shit that's going on there. We have to. It's important. But once again, shout out to everybody that came through and checked us out tonight, and shout out to my cousin Deal for taking the time to join me, even though I was late. Shout out to everybody that joined us after I came in late. Let us know how y'all felt about this episode, lackluster, or y'all feel like it was good, it was scary. Let us know in the comment section, and if you ain't check out the live, come through and check out the replay. Other than that, we out.
Hey.